Alright, so we're doing our tool presentation. This is a caliper. It measures like the thickness of an object. This would be like the outer, and this is the inner. And this down here can measure depth, and you can tell that by like this right here, how deep it is, right? It uses like small measurements right here. You can see that's the caliper, has many uses in testing that. The next tool is the tape measure. This is, everybody knows what this is. It is in units of 16. It is used with the imperial system, which would be inches and centimeters, right? You can use this to like measure how long an item is, or whatever like that. This is like fourth, so this would be like 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, and then that would be like 4/4, so that'd be like a whole 2. And like each little notch is like a piece of it, and then it's also measured in like fractions, so like 5/8, 3/8, 1/8 centimeters. The final tool is the millimeter. This can be used to measure things very precisely with millimeters, as you can see right here. It is very precise, and you would like put this, let's say, let's get this. You want to measure this, you would put this in here, right? And you would keep going up until it hit it directly. And then you can measure, exactly how much it is through that little notch.
So I'm here today to talk about bearings. This little thing that I'm spinning here is a bearing. Bearing loads, which are how the bearings are situated. Bearings can be radial or axial. Depending on how they're set up is the bearing load. There are several types of bearings. Like these are to reduce friction, and we also have other types of bearings. We have rollers and ball bearings here. And different bearings have different functions. But all in all, they're all bearings.
So this is a claw hammer. This is mostly for pulling nails out or nailing stuff in. This is a ball peen hammer. This is mostly for shaping metal sheets into different things we want to shape it in. This is an engineer's hammer. This is just for pure power, just like hammer in very like hard things to hammer in, not like nails. Maybe like little chisels, stuff like that, like on a campground, like a tent. You know what I mean? Now we don't have a sledgehammer, but a sledgehammer is just for breaking down walls and stuff like that.
Hello. Today we're going to talk about screwdrivers. This is a regular Phillips head screwdriver. It's used for Phillips screws. This is a regular flathead screwdriver for flathead. And this is offset combination. It's used to get screws out of the tight places.
This is a socket wrench. This is just mostly just for tightening things for like tires and stuff. This is a combination wrench. You can use it for star and square hexes. This is like a square, and this is like a little star. Adjustable wrench. You can mostly adjust it to mostly fit any size bolt. So you can just like twirl it that way and twirl it back that way. And an Allen wrench is just for like really small things. Okay, so an Allen wrench is mostly for very tight spaces or very big spaces. Like, look how small that is. You can mostly get anything out with that. This is a long nose plier. This is mostly for pulling things out in a very tight situation, or put things in and then like put a bolt in. This is a diagonal cutter. This is like just a wire cutter. That's all it really does. This is our locking in plier. This is mostly for like getting like a bolt and like trying to lock it in, like that. And it can mostly, you can use hexes or square or hex. Yeah, square or hex or circular, and yeah.
So this is a slip joint. So it's used for tightening up things nuts and all the stuff like that. This is tongue and groove, so it's basically the same thing, but this also can bend, and it's could be used in wide variety. This is alignments. You can cut the wires with it. You can bend things. You can tighten the. You can twist the wire with those, and all that good stuff.
Different types of bolts. This one specifically is a flathead. This is specifically just for like just hammering it in. Okay, so this is a hex head bolt with a little shoulder. Mostly, this is just for just like putting it in with like a little wrench or something, like a hex wrench. We also got screws. There's 2 different types of screws. These are self-tap screws, so they can just like screws are mostly made to just hammer it in without a hole in it. Just get a hammer and just like hammer it in the wood. This is a self-tap screw, and we don't have a tapping screw. So, yeah.